that deer is pure white. It's amazing. I'm gonna see how close I can get. There's two of them.
Here's Autumn's new little bull calf. She did a good job cleaning him up. She's just chilling. Alan did give her calcium pills. And then he gave this calf a vitamin shot too because he just seemed a little bit shaky. But they seem to be doing pretty good otherwise.
So you see it's 1066 will start along the road here?
What are you going to do with that?
Well, do it running anyway, see if it starts or if it needs batteries charged too. I don't know what temperature it is, but it's warm.
There we go.
Can you see if this massive beast will wake up from the winter?
What, hibernation?
I didn't know tractors hibernated.
Alright, we got the 1066 going here. Since I got it running and it warmed, I had it running a while now, it's warmed up pretty good. So we're going to pull it up to the garage. Good time, I guess, to dump the oil out, change the filters and the coolant filter and everything, get that done. So that's what we're going to work on now. Bought this thing and had that, you can see right in the center of the hood is that big tall air cleaner stack on there, and that's aftermarket. I don't know, I should probably just get rid of it. It was supposed to be hooked to the muffler like an air preheater or something, but it's more in the way than anything, I think. But that's, we didn't put that on there, that was on there when we got it. Shut it off here and then I'll get the oil draining. I do have to run up to town and get the filters and oil yet. I don't have them, but so we'll get that drained out while it's still warm so it drains good. Alright, so we're going to drain the oil out and then I'm going to change. These are the two engine oil filters here. We'll pull them off and change. And then also this coolant filter. I change that once a year. That's to help prevent electrolysis. I don't know, from what I know, these 66 series tractors, they're really good engines, but they did have an issue with electrolysis where the coolant would, I guess to explain it the best, corrode through the cylinder, and this filter is an aftermarket kind of thing they came up, and that's supposed to help, runs all the coolant through there, and that's supposed to help with that problem. So I change that once a year. Okay, we're under here now. I'm going to pull the drain plug. I got just an empty 5-gallon pail under here to catch the oil. I am going to put this, I got this piece of expanded metal here. I always set that on the bucket before I start draining because it never fails. I usually either the drain plug slips out of my hand and falls in the bucket, or the wrench does. But the wrench isn't so bad, but the drain plug is kind of a pain to have to fish out of there. So at least this way, if I drop it, it catches it. Alright, that's about all of it. Thing holds about 5 gallons, so it winds up pretty well. Fits in there what it'll hold, so that's nice. You don't have to try to switch pails. So now I'm just going to leave that sit there and drain. I got to run to town, like I said, and get oil and filters. I'll probably write down and get oil and filters for everything. That way if they have to order any of them, other filters for some of the other stuff, got some time to do that. But try to get this stuff ready anyway to get in the fields. Okay, got back from town with the filters and everything. This is all drained out good. So I'm going to put the drain plug back in here and we'll change the filters and put the oil in. Okay, that's good and tight. Get all this out of here. Try not to dump this bucket of oil all over myself. I'll actually just push that over a little bit. There shouldn't be any oil left in those filters because those filters actually sit on there upside down so they can drain back down into the engine. But just in case, I'll set it under there. With these filters sitting upside down like this makes it nice because they don't have them full of oil, but one downfall I guess is you can't fill them with clean oil before you put the new ones back on. I do usually like to do that, but this one you can't. I'll take the new filter. I'm just putting some clean oil on this seal. That's really important to do because otherwise they don't want to come off. I don't horse them down too much, but get them snug anyway. Alright, now we're going to change the coolant filter here. There's 2 valves on here. We'll shut them off so the engine coolant's not running out of there when we take the filter off. Excuse me. And then change that out. Like I said, what this does, basically what it does is it filters out any rust, dirt particles that are in your engine coolant. And then there's also, I don't know, chemical I guess in there that helps condition the water, kind of like a water softener would do, similar to that. Helps prevent corrosion and stuff in there and prevents engine damage. So I change it every spring. I'll put a new one on there just so it gets new conditioner and stuff in there. This is the only one of our tractors that has this type of filter on it. Now it's got a catch pan down below. There usually is a little bit of coolant that runs out of there, so catch that so it don't run on the ground. And I'll open the valve a little and let it fill that filter up with coolant so it doesn't get airlocked in there. There it is. Tighten that up on there, good. Open our valves back up. Alright, got that on. We'll wipe that all up. Cleaner on there to kind of clean everything off. Grab the catch pan out of here from that. Catch all that so it don't get on the ground. Alright, now we'll fill it back up with oil. We're over on the other side now. These are the fuel filters here. I didn't change them. They actually were changed not too long ago, so they'll be alright yet, those ones. And then we just pull, you put the oil in, and then it's also the dipstick there for checking the oil, all in one spot there. We'll stick that in. And this thing will take this whole 5 gallons, which makes it kind of nice because you don't have to stop and check. Our other tractors don't take that much, so you get a rough idea how much, but then you got to keep checking and adding. Okay, that's all that. Let that funnel drain out a little bit. Check it. And it's just a hair over full, which is okay because the filters will absorb some. So now we'll go start it up, make sure the filters and nothing are leaking, and should be good. Okay, we got the oil change done on it now, so I'm just going to fire it up, check, make sure nothing's leaking, and make sure it's full, and then I got to run grease up the front end and the throwout bearing on the transmission or on the clutch, and should be good. So we'll see if it'll start now. Alright, we got it started up, no leaks, I checked it out, so it should be good. You probably noticed it cranked quite a while there before it started. I did that on purpose so it could get the oil pumped through the system before it actually started. So that's why I did that, that's why it cranked so long. Normally it starts pretty well, so. Well, that's done. I'm just going to grease it over now and grease it up and it should be ready to go. Alright, got it shut off. We'll just check. I'll make sure our level's right. Should be. It is down a little bit yet. I gotta probably add a little bit more maybe. Well, that'll drain back out of the filters too, so it's about right. Let me check it again. Yeah. Yep, that's about right. Once it sits and drains back down, it'll be full, so. Might add a little bit more, but it wouldn't take much. Alright, well there we go. I'm gonna grease it later because I gotta get it out of the way. I got a truck coming in here, so I gotta move it, but it's harder for me to get video of greasing it anyway under there, so that should do it for this one.